Hi, I'm Franklin Fire Lieutenant Jeff Boggs, and today we're going to be talking about turkey fryer fires. Say that 3 times fast. Turkey fryers are dangerous because they have a high risk of tipping over, spilling hot oil, overheating. They can even cause devastating burns and fires. Captain Tyler Cruz is out at the training center with some do's and don'ts and a turkey fryer fire demonstration.
All right, we've got a few tips here that when followed can really keep you out of trouble with the turkey fryer. The first thing you want to do is ensure that you have thawed your bird completely. On average, you want to thaw that bird 24 hours for every 5 pounds of weight. Next thing you want to do is, just like frying in your home stovetop, you want to keep an eye on what you fry. Once you determine what your cook time should be, you need to ensure that you allot the amount of time to stay out there and watch that thing and keep it out of trouble. Next, you want to always fry outside. This seems obvious, but no turkey fryer is safe to use inside. We want to fry outside, we want to fry away from other combustible materials and away from where animals or children might be playing. So we're going to keep it out of trouble just by frying outside and away from everything. Next, we want to have a fire extinguisher ready. We want to have an appropriate fire extinguisher ready. When you go to buy that fire extinguisher, or you look at that fire extinguisher that's in your home, it's going to say right on the side of it if it's a fire extinguisher good to use for flammable liquid fires. And that's going to help us out if we have that overspilling fire, catching things on the ground on fire and things like that. You also want to be conscious of what you wear. You want to wear long sleeves and have long pants, but stay away from really loose clothing. We want our clothing tight to us to prevent the chances of us catching ourselves or something that we're wearing on fire. If you follow these tips when we're frying that Thanksgiving Day turkey, you really have a good chance of keeping yourself out of trouble.
What you see here is a turkey fryer that has been just slightly overfilled. Obviously, overfilling is risky because the hot oil can spill over and ignite when it reaches the open flame. Our fryer has also been just slightly overheated. You want to keep the oil temp around 350 degrees. When it gets hotter than that, it approaches auto ignition temperature, where it can burst into flames without ever touching an actual flame. Firefighter Ramos is lowering a partially frozen turkey into the fryer. When a frozen turkey is dropped into hot oil, the ice quickly melts and turns to steam, which expands and causes the oil to boil over. Turkeys must be completely thawed before it is safe to lower them into an oil fryer. If you see smoke coming off your pot or oil, that's a sign it has overheated and is nearing ignition. Shut it off and let the oil cool down. Keep a B-rated or multi-purpose ABC fire extinguisher close by in case a fire does start outside the pot. Use it only after calling 911. Never use water to extinguish a grease fire. To use your extinguisher, remember the acronym PASS. Pull the pin. Aim at the base of the fire. Squeeze the handle. Sweep back and forth from side to side until the fire is out.
Thanks, Captain Cruz. As you can see, you need to use extreme caution when you're using a turkey fryer. Happy Thanksgiving, Franklin.